Hi everyone, today on Titan Town we're going to replace and upgrade the battery in my 2014 Pro 4X. So I've had the OEM battery for 6 years, approximately 90,000 kilometers. It's been good, it's starting to get weak. If you saw my video on the battery test, that revealed that it was basically time to replace it, and on cold mornings it barely wants to crank over, it's getting slow. It hasn't failed yet, but we're going to be proactive, and I'm replacing it with a Odyssey Extreme AGM. This is the PC 1500. I believe the 1500 is for cranking amps. This battery is 850 cold cranking amps, a reserve capacity of 135 minutes. The OEM battery was 710 cold cranking amps and 150 minutes, so higher cranking amps, lower reserve capacity, but this battery is a lot smaller than the OEM one. I have the tow package, so that battery is a lot bigger. This is also going to be a little bit lighter. Some advantages of AGM: they will not spill. They have pure lead inside, so they charge quicker. They have a lower internal resistance. These come fully charged as well, so basically all you got to do is take the covers off. Don't have to pre-charge them. This came with a manual, with a sticker. It was about 300 bucks Canadian. I ordered it from Odyssey.ca, and I'm going to put a link for this battery from where you can buy it on Amazon. And I was looking on Odyssey.com. This isn't the one they're recommending for the Titan, but one other website did recommend this one. I can't remember which one, so that's why I got this one. And I'll put a link for my battery test to show you what my other battery was at, and I'm going to compare it to this one. I'm going to test this one right now to get a baseline, and for that comparison. One more thing, if you are getting an AGM battery, you want to make sure you have a charger that has an AGM setting, and this Noco Genius does have an AGM setting right there. So when you're charging, make sure you use the AGM setting. And on here, this is an AGM flat plate. So we're going to do the test. Cold cranking amps, and that was 850. The cold cranking amp test. So 100%. So that's a thumbs up for that test. I'll show you how to put this in the Titan. Now we're ready to get the old battery out. We're going to need two tools. It's pretty simple. I have a ratchet with an extension and a 12mm, and a ratchet with a 10mm. And we'll start by removing the negative terminal. By removing the negative terminal first, we're going to reduce the chance of spark. And we will remove the positive terminal. You don't really want to leave this where it's going to touch. I'll move it out of the way. Now, in case you're wondering what these two wires are for, they are for my HID headlights. Now that our terminals are out of the way, we're going to go after this 12mm bolt in the battery tray. And that's the clamp. battery, we're going to take that right out. We're out. So let's compare these two batteries. This is the tow package battery, just slightly bigger than the regular Titan battery. It's a little bit taller, a little bit wider, a little bit longer. And the important part is they both have the terminals on the right hand side, on the front. And that's where the R comes in. So let's get the new one in and get it tightened down. This cover was on the OEM. It's not going to fit on the new one. Different size. Whenever I'm doing something like this and I find dirt, I like to get it cleaned up. So it's a bit hard to do with a heavy battery, but you gotta kind of hold the clamp up while you set the battery down. I tried taking it out and couldn't get the clamp back in the slots. So now we gotta tighten that clamp down. Even though the one battery is obviously bigger than the other one, they're both about the same weight. So they're probably both about 50 pounds. It started snowing here in Ontario. Give me a comment if you're from Ontario. Also, if you have any experience using those the rings you put on for anti-corrosion, let me know. I don't know how those work. I've seen them, never used them. So I'm going to snug that down, not very tight because that's just plastic. That sucker's not going to move. If I was doing heavy off-road, I'd get a stronger battery box, like the one CJD Racing offers. That one looks pretty good. And we're going to do our positive first. Oh, one more thing. So one more thing to do is clean up your terminal ends. If you've got a tool, use that. I have one, I just can't find it right now. These should be good to go. They don't really need to be cleaned up. Oh, what the heck, let's just make sure. I'll run some sandpaper in here. Okay, and pause it first. And that cable, I might have to undo a zip tie here because this battery's shorter. So I'm going to look for that and do that. So what I've done, because the wires on the positive connection are stiff and there's like 4 of them, it didn't really want to go down onto the terminal. I shifted the battery to the front of the truck as far as it would go. I just loosened the bolt up, slid the battery forward, and now it looks like it's going to go down. So let's hook that up, and that still doesn't want to go down that well, and I just broke that. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that some more. Yeah, so with it just battery pushed all the way forward, I was able to just push this down, and I'll have to get a new cap. I might replace this whole piece anyways because it's starting to corrode. So our HID's light is still connected, and let's do our negative. And the negative has no problem. We have to reconnect our HID to that. I'm just going to squeeze this together a little bit. Okay. It's a good idea to protect your terminals with some kind of lubricant or spray. I like the Amsoil MPHD because it kind of hardens and leaves a film on there that doesn't come off like other stuff like fluid film. Fluid film works well, but it comes off. This is almost permanent. I'm just gonna leave that on there. Alright, now that we're done, let's give the truck a start. That's a successful start. Started a little slow because the truck hasn't been driven in a week, but definitely better than before. So if you're interested in Titan maintenance how-to videos, please subscribe. Check out my other videos for more content.